Well, Donna Adelson now has a new place to call home. It's a jail cell in Tallahassee, where she's there to face charges in the Dan Markel murder case. You'll probably remember her son, Charlie, just convicted of this the other week. Now it's Donna's term at the young age of 73 to be charged with first-degree murder. What a way to just completely throw away whatever's left of your life. Sounds like she was kind of prepared to do that, though. She's the fifth individual now arrested in connection with this nearly decades-old murder of Florida State University law professor and her former son-in-law, Dan Markel. She arrived in Tallahassee.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think, since we're going into a holiday weekend, do they get turkey on Thanksgiving? Is that something they do in jail?
I imagine it's probably kind of like how the public school system does it, where it's like some random day close to the holiday you get turkey. Maybe on the day. I don't know. I don't know if it's more of a turkey loaf or a turkey log or something representing the spirit of turkey.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what kind of turkey you're getting. I don't think they're slow roasting them back there. I'm going to guess they maybe come in some sort of plastic wrap that is then sliced and then plopped onto a plate with some sort of gelatinous substance that maybe resembles gravy. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, because you know me, I'm always concerned about the well-being of potential murderers.
Mm-hmm. Are you more so concerned if you ever end up in prison, what you're going to get on the holiday? Is that more what this is about?
No, I'll never survive prison, so I'm just not going to do anything that would land me there.
Not going to make it for the holidays. That's
no. I can't go in. No, I'll never be taken alive. Let's put it that way. If something ever happens.
Well, that's good to know. If suddenly there's helicopters around your home one day, and it's like, she's not going to make it out of this alive. How do you? She just told me she did. So whatever she did, she's not going to make it out alive. So don't worry about the turkey this year in the prison. She'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm 4'9". I'm not going to make it. I mean, that's not how prison works. Unless I were to get like a big friend.
You could sneak through tunnels easier. You'll be the only one that gets away while everyone else is there stuck with their prison turkey. You've escaped off to the Golden Corral at that point. You didn't think of it that way. Her arrival in Tallahassee comes after a recent arrest attempt at the Miami International Airport, where she and her husband attempted to leave the country. Donna, who has been held in the Miami-Dade Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center, was transported to the Leon County Detention Facility on Monday. She's currently being held without bond and was officially booked on Tuesday. According to online jail records, her arrest took place November 13th, less than a week after her son, Charlie, was convicted of that very same first-degree murder charge in the death of his former brother-in-law, Dan Markel. He's a 41-year-old law professor, by the way. He was fatally shot in his garage of his Trescott Drive home on July 18th of 2014. The murder occurred in the midst of a contentious legal battle between Markel and his ex-wife, Wendy Adelson, who, I should note, at the time of this recording, has not been charged with anything, over custody of their two sons and other related matters. The judge has denied Wendy Adelson's request to relocate with the children to Miami, and then that's where everything seemed to kind of go to shit. Donna Adelson had been under scrutiny by law enforcement for her potential involvement in the case. Recorded jail calls between her and her son revealed discussions about possible suicide or fleeing to a non-extradition country. In 2016, an FBI undercover agent posed as a blackmailer and approached her with an article about Markel's killing, leading to further suspicions. During the encounter, known as the bump is what it was called, Donna Adelson called her son, hinting at the significance of the encounter. She also signed multiple checks totaling $18,000 from the family's dental practice, which were given to Katie McBonna, who was dating Charlie Adelson at the time of the murder, despite McBonna not actually working at the practice. That would come into question, I think, on taxes at the very least. Like, where is this going? The probable cause affidavit and the case detailed that Donna and her husband, Harvey Adelson, who was a retired dentist, had promised to arrange an interview with the Tallahassee Police Department's lead investigator at Markel's local memorial in 2014. However, they left Tallahassee with Wendy and the grandchildren the following day without fulfilling their promise. Subsequently, no one from the Adelson family contacted the police or inquired about the status of the investigation. In July 2015, Wendy Adelson changed her children's surname from Markel to Adelson. Donna Adelson's arrival in Tallahassee now marks a significant development in the ongoing legal proceedings surrounding the murder of Dan Markel. As the case unfolds, authorities are going to be aiming to establish her role in the alleged conspiracy. And I think it goes deep in this family. I certainly think Donna has intimate knowledge of everything that went on, if not was the one who directed it. That's just my theory on how deep her involvement goes.
Do you think Wendy's involved?
Yes.
Okay.
As to how much, I don't know. Probably more than she wants to be. And I don't know how willing of a participant she was in any of this, other than being there and maybe heard about this, maybe was too fearful of telling mom, no, we can't do this. Or maybe she even did tell mom, don't do this. And mom did whatever the hell she wants to do, because that kind of seems like Donna Adelson's MO.
Well, this sounds like a mother-in-law from fucking hell.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is like the definition of narcissistic mothers. And whether you are the actual child that has been the offspring of this person, or you're the in-law, I think they all, probably coped with this individual differently throughout their years. But I'm sure if we were to take a deeper dive in the character of Donna Adelson, I would imagine there's a lot of control that goes throughout her entire life with her children to a very, very scary extent. And probably them being unaware of just how dark and off and weird and bizarre mother's control is, or maybe have little inklings of it, but because that was their normal, that's what they were conditioned to believe growing up. Her behavior maybe didn't stand out as being all that crazy or extreme if you're always around it. It's kind of like the lobster in the boiling pot of water. You don't really know what's going on until it's too late. It can happen with people and a narcissistic parent as well, where you may even then take on a lot of those same traits and personalities because, again, apple doesn't usually fall that far from the tree. And if that's what you were conditioned to believe and how to handle people and things, you usually end up exhibiting those things as well. Or you become a victim of that person and you end up doing their bidding unbeknownst to you, and which would end up getting you in quite a bit of trouble, which I think is where it will end up for Wendy Adelson. I don't think she's going to get off scot-free. I don't know that she's going to be charged with first-degree murder, but maybe accessory or something where there was awareness of some thing to this plot, and her not stepping in and stopping it doesn't necessarily equate to she's part of first-degree murder. She could be part of the conspiracy, depending how much she did know and didn't say, though. So,
well, yeah, and that's the thing. I can't imagine that she didn't know something.
Yeah.
She's too close to it, and families like this, the secrets are not kept. So no. I just can't imagine that she didn't know that this was going to go down. Maybe didn't know when, but knew that there was a plot afoot here, and maybe just didn't stop it. And it could have just been survival. That Donna's crazy. I can't do anything to stop her, and she's going to do what she's going to do because she's always done what she's wanted to do. Yeah.
I mean, I think that very well could be exactly what happened in this case. I watched her testimony just the other day, again, from Charlie's trial, and I get deceitful in it. I get trying to tell a version of the story that doesn't imply her in any way, shape, or form. But I think the odds of it being completely true are not very good. But I don't know. I don't think she ordered the hit. I don't think she really had a whole lot to do with it. I think this was more mom wanting the grandkids closer and having control of her own kids by having them physically closer, and her wanting that, and the kids, Charlie, helping to execute that and make it happen, because you got to keep mama happy. And she doesn't. She gets angry, and I don't think anyone wants to see Donna Adelson angry. Or at least one person saw Donna Adelson angry, and Dan Markel is no longer with us.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advance access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free.
So you can binge on true crime
Until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.
Sick of the ads?
We are too.
Start listening with no commercials now and get access to all of our episodes in advance of everyone else.
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
True Crime Today Premium Plus.
Sign up now.